Okay, family. Now look, this is I think this is what episode 5 of my Do White Lives Matter series. Now I want, of course, I want to give condolences to the daughter of this man. His daughter, she's really grieving right now. This happened a couple days. This happened actually last month, 2 months ago. She's grieving. She looks like a very um, kind-hearted white young girl, and her father seemed to have been a good guy. But for some reason, this my warning, family. This is a very, very gruesome story. I'm not going to get into the details. I don't believe that the video footage is gonna. I don't think they're gonna show anything gruesome. But apparently, he was stabbed up, and his body was dismembered. And they found the individual who did it, another white guy. Um, and the white guy who did it, 41, same age as him. And it's just, I mean, we gotta ask: do white lives matter? Once again, we have to ask this question: do white lives matter to white people?
Of Micah Harrington. Clint Brower is charged with murder in his death. Biloxi police now tell WLOX Brower was arrested on an old warrant just hours before this murder occurred. Major Chris Deback tells.
Mm, mm, mm.
If you ever needed anyone to talk to, he was always the one. You could always go up to him and.
Micah Harrington making plans for
To post a bond to be released. Brower had an outstanding warrant on a 2018 disorderly conduct arrest. Major Deback tells us Brower had, quote, a calm demeanor while he was in custody on Tuesday. A judge released him on an OR bond, meaning he did not have to post a bond to be released. Police tell us the defendant must have a residence and a job and not be a violent or disorderly in order to be released. Brower didn't have a ride home, so a Biloxi police officer drove him back to the Mazzalia trailer park. Major Deback tells us Brower, quote, never indicated
he gets released on an unrelated warrant, no bond. No, they gave him no bond, so he walked out of there on his personal recognizance, and he didn't have a ride home, so the cops gave him a ride home. Do white lives matter to white people, bro? I have never gotten a ride home from a fucking cop. Nor have I've ever asked for one, but I mean, you see, they make excuses for their pathology so much that it just bites them in the ass over and over again. So, and we have to ask: does white lives matter to white
would
people?
harm himself or anyone else? Tonight, we are hearing from the daughter of Micah Harrington as she looks back on the life of her father. Our Chancellor Wen shares how Makara Harrington is coping with her loss.
Only 3 days ago, Makara Harrington was visiting her father, Micah Harrington, making plans for Makara to move from Tennessee down to the coast.
I was in Biloxi with him, and I had left, and then the next day he had got me a camper, and I was supposed to go move right next to him, and we were going to start our lives together, and then it kind of just went away.
Now Makara is driving down to Biloxi again, but this time to collect her father's belongings.
At first, I didn't believe it. It just sounds like something from a movie, honestly. Like, it's something that is so crazy. It just sounds like it's something that they filmed in Hollywood. Like, it's not. It doesn't feel real. He was just that one person that if you ever needed anyone to talk to, he was always the one. You could always go up to him and talk about anything.
An emotional trip for both Makara and her mother, Tara Harrington, who are struggling to cope with losing someone so close to their hearts.
This is so devastating and brutal. And our family's hurting really bad over something so sadistic and unrealistic.
Yeah, my heart goes out to the family. We have to ask, when is white lives going to matter to white people? That's my main question. What are we going to do? White folks, what are we going to do? how are we going to get y'all to seriously address the pathology that y'all continuously display over and over and over again? I mean, because at some point, y'all gonna have to take responsibility for yourselves, man. Y'all can't keep deflecting and thinking y'all gonna, sit around a round table and sit in front of these dumbass news networks worrying about what black people doing. Y'all got a real problem, man. And if y'all keep ignoring it, it's gonna keep getting bigger and bigger. So again, do white lives matter to white people? I'm waiting for somebody to jump in the comments and answer this question for me. I got 60 something more videos to go. I mean, what the hell? Pray for the young lady and her mother.